Hello, I am the narrator. Before this episode begins, George will be talking about an extremely tall yet white cactus. Without further ado, let the show begin. Good morning, everybody. My name is George, and today we'll be learning about Cleistocactus strausii. Where does it grow? What's it look like? Now, the Cleistocactus is a plant that grows in Argentina as well as Boulevard, according to Plants and Flowers. Cleistocactus is a lot different from the other plants we've been talking about. And let me show you. Quote, forms slender, erect, silver columns 3 inches wide or 8 centimeters wide, densely covered with short white spines. Each cylinder stem forms 25 narrow ribs with about 30 longer white spines and 4 thicker pale yellow spines. End quote. But that's not the only thing. Another quote. Haha. The main stem often branches at the base, with upright growing stems attached to the parent stem just above the surface of the potting mixture. End quote. This gigantic cactus can also reach to about 10 feet tall. So that is about twice as tall as me. Incredible. Information about the plant and its seeds. The Cleistocactus strausii, has a nickname, which is often called the silver torch. There was something else. I was doing so good. Termites, George. Termites. Termites and spider mites will often eat away at this plant, as well as easy rotting at the roots if overwatered. Let's have a quote. It is possible to propagate by cutting a small branch from a Cleistocactus strausii and rooting it. But this inevitably leaves a defining scar near the base of the main stem. Another quote. Rooting usually occurs within 3 to 8 weeks. What does it need to grow? And does it grow anything else? Silver torches are one of the few plants that actually want full sunlight. That means like a direct beam from the sun throughout the entire day. One of the hottest time of the day. Like afternoon or whatnot. We've gone over this so many times. Rewatering. Oh, they also need to be watered regularly as well. Quote. During the fall, reduce water to even 5 weeks if the ground dries out. In winter, keep the cactus dry. Now this kind of goes the same with this plant as well as the succulents. In the summer, water it a little bit more than you would in the fall and winter. Oh yes. This plant is also a little bit flexible with the type of soil it can grow into. Like, it's okay, George, Mediterranean. Right, thank you. The Mediterranean gardens, we got, desert, succulent, and rocky gardens. Another quote. Amend the garden soil with at least 50% sand. If the soil is clay-based, add even more sand to improve drainage. Alternatively, use 25% sand, 50% pie gravel, and 10% peat moss or compost. Without good drainage, this cactus will rot. This is kind of the thing where this plant does not need a lot of water, so it can easily be overwatered or give too much water that the roots can't soak up. So it's just sitting in there in the water, destroying it, basically. So that is kind of a careful thing you do need to look after. Another thing is that in the spring and summer, this cactus will actually sprout very beautiful magenta flowers.
How long can it live? And did anyone discover it?
The Cleistocactus can actually live up to about 15 years if properly taken care of. With that information, that is in fact the end of the video. So if you are fascinated by the Cleistocactus, there are links in the description that go more into detail about all the information we found about this. If you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and have a nice day. Good night. And welcome to the bloopers. My goodness, that is tall. I wonder how big, like those typical cactuses you'd see in the desert. These things are just, I don't know, liquid poles. Surprised that they don't just tip over. I bet they do really easy if they're like in a pot and it's really windy out and they just tumble. Don't mind me as I awkwardly drink my drink. Alrighty. Running all over the place. Amend. Oh man, I'm using websites in my stories. It's epic. Oh man, I got quotes. Keep me on my toes. Oh.
Cleistocactus.
Cleistocactus. Wow-wee. Cleistocactus.